Okay, now I'm going to work on showing you how to what we do down here at the bottom as far as recording information. I'm going to show you here in this box, and then you can do the rest, of course. And hopefully now you've gotten stock 2 and stock 3 all figured out. And then again in the next video I'll show you the portfolio. So what we got to do here, I need to find an older date. So let's say the stock project started earlier, and we'll go 2/27 and 2/28. All right. So I need to find out what these Eli Lilly stock was on February 27th. So I'm going to go back over to my Yahoo Finance page, and which I have closed out. Obviously, get that open back up. And we're going to type in LLY. It's going to pull up my information, hopefully. All right. Then we're going to go to historical prices. All right. So on February 27th, the adjusted close was 54.80. So I'm going to come over here, and it was at 54.80. And then on the 28th, and again, you would look this up on a daily basis. You wouldn't go back and look it up historically unless you were sick or missed a day or something. 54.66, 54.66. So you are eventually going to end up with 10, 15, 20, 25 days down through this column right here. Now, the profit or loss this far, the formula for it is you do the equal sign, and then you take how much the stock is worth on that day, at the end of that day, all right? And we're going to subtract, and actually I need to put parentheses. I'm going to start over on that. Sorry about that. All right, I'm going to do equals, equals, and then I'm going to put a parentheses. And we're going to take this number minus the buy price. All right. Now the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to put a dollar sign in front of it, because here in a little bit I'm going to show you how to drag this formula down. You're going to enter it one time, then you're going to drag it down, and you won't have to adjust anything. So you need to really put that dollar sign in there when I show you those. All right. So B9 minus $5. So as I drag this down, this number here is going to become B10, B11, B12, so that it looks at this number. But I always want it to subtract my buy price, so that's why I put that $5 in there. And then, of course, we've got to take it times how many shares we own, and that is that one right there. But again, I don't want it to change. I want it to stay on B6, so I put that $sign in there. We hit enter, and as of 2/27, if I bought it at $54.99 and sold it that day at $54.80, I would have lost $13.30. So then I take that and I drag it down, and voila. That one is done. Okay, so we've got that done. Then value today, what we would do is take the price that it is today times the number of shares we bought. Now, again, when I drag this down, I don't want it to change to B7, B8. I want it to always be B6. So therefore, I want that 6 to stay the same. So I'm going to put a $sign in front of it, and voila. And I'm going to drag that down, and therefore we have how much this stock, if I were to sell it on the 28th, what it would be worth. Now, percent change thus far. This formula is probably the most complicated. What we're looking for is the percent increase or decrease since we first got started. And there's a couple ways we can do this. I'm going to do it based on the actual stock price. So I'm going to do equals, I'm going to do parentheses, the stock price it is today, minus the stock price it was when I bought it. And again, I got to do that $sign so that when I drag it down it doesn't change. Close the parentheses, divided by the stock price the day in which I bought it. And again, I don't want it to change, so I've got to do a $sign again. And voila, that is absolutely incorrect. Oh, that's a plus sign up there. That needs to be a minus sign. So let's go back and we'll change that to a minus sign. There we go. And it says 0%. Now I can change how many decimal points there are. I can go Format, Cell, and then change the number. And then I can change the decimal places to, let's say, 1. Let's just do that. So negative 0.3%. That looks good. If I drag it down, this number should make sense. And it does. All right, so I'm going to do those exact same things for my stocks, for my other 2 stocks, and for my mutual fund. Now, I'm not going to use the B's and so on and so forth. I'm going to use the G's and the H's and the I's when I'm doing this stock. I'm going to do the L's, the M's, and the N's for this stock, RST, so on and so forth. So if you have questions on that, don't hesitate to ask.